Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Embo from Star Wars. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, hopefully power doesn't go out. It's raining here, or about to rain here, and there's nothing more I need to say. Hopefully power doesn't go out. So, let's talk about Embo. I don't get it. What I mean by that is, I've been talking lately about how I'm starting to catch on that you guys watch the Clone Wars and stuff like that, so this guy means nothing to me. I don't understand, kind of like Cad Bane, the whole big hat thing. It just seems silly to me. Not to knock what you guys like, so don't take that the wrong way. But what I mean by that is because it doesn't mean anything to me, there's a part of me that doesn't understand the appeal or know anything about the character. Now, that doesn't mean I'm right. I mean, that's just my opinion because I'm not educated enough about the awesomeness of Embo. So when people asked for him, I was like, who is this guy? It doesn't make any sense. So, you know, I gotta go find out about him, do research and stuff like that. So that's also why there's no need for me to get to him. I was like, well, I want to do Greedo. I want to do the awesome. I want to do Dengar, you know, the awesome guys, you know. I don't know how awesome this guy is. So that's part of the problem, is I'm uneducated. I don't know the power of Embo, you know. So I apologize that it's taken me so long, but I've been trying to do the bounty hunters, and I know he's one of them, and so, you know, it makes sense now that it makes sense now to me because I'm getting that you guys like the Clone Wars, and I just was not familiar with it. That's what it comes down to. And it's unfortunate because I'm so behind on that show and I want to watch it, but you know, it's just it wasn't in the cards for me to watch at the time, and so I'm super behind. So now there's so much to watch. It's like, well, you know, thank you Marvel, thank you Disney for giving us all these awesome shows, but man, I just don't have time for everything, you know? Let me redo that arm, it's a little bit up. Oops, the whole paper came undone. Let me redo that. I don't think I'm happy with that. I've got it foreshortened, so it's a little off looking. We're going to do some foreshortening just to mess around with trying something a little different. So that being said, that also means that we're going to get a little messy with characters. No, design, the look. There you go, something like that. Yeah, I wanted to get a little messy with trying to do something a little different, you know. Let's see now. His gun, same thing. I can only go so far with it because all I have are a few pictures to go by. Okay, so there's another hard thing. That's another frustrating thing. Everybody wants these Clone Wars characters and stuff like that, and there are no reference photos. I mean, they've come from the show, and that's what you guys know. That's awesome, but there aren't stills. You know, it's like there are a few. screenshots and stuff like that, but there aren't. Does that make sense? Like, there's not a lot that is available for me to find all the detail. Like, okay, so basically what I'm trying to say is, let's say you've got a scene from the Clone Wars and Embo's in it. The pictures that I can find online are like, you know, him talking, stuff like that. So it's like from the chest up. So it's hard for me to find reference photo of like feet, legs, that kind of thing. So I can only go by, well, this is what I found, you know. So I found some people that have made custom figures, you know, custom Black Series figures and stuff like that. So hopefully this is right. I apologize if it's not, but this is the best I can do. What else? What else can I talk about? That might be it, but we're pretty good. I'm pretty good with the look. I think I'm there, because all the smaller detail I'm not even going to worry about. I'm going to try to get through this fast enough that we can get to the Sharpie portion and not worry about me rambling over and over again. All right. This is also where it's going to get tricky, is this hat, because I can't turn my paper. You know, like I can pull, but having to do this with my wrist, it's going to get tricky with the smoothness. But see what I did here? Actually, you can't see what I did here, but what I did was I sketched the head and then I drew the hat, so I knew how high the hat was going to be. That way I don't accidentally draw through it. Or draw through the head. You know, I want it to look like he's wearing this, not like it's cutting into his head, you know. Okay, I think I'm, oh, no. Let me try to sketch out a gun real fast. Now, again, I can only do so much with the gun because I don't know it. I mean, I know that it's supposed to be a what do you call it? A bow gun, like a bowcaster, you know. I say bow gun because to me it's like, it's not a caster. It's not casting anything besides power, lasers, you know. Okay, I think that's good for the sketch. So let me erase some of these sketch lines. So here's what we're gonna do. Tape your paper down. Good. Better. But what I like to do is I want my Sharpie to stand out, and the first few lines I throw down, those are sketch lines. Those are just trying to find my placement, trying to make sure I'm in the camera range, stuff like that. And when I get more confident, I press harder, and those are my confidence lines. I want my Sharpie to stand out, so I'm going to erase all this, and what I'm doing is I'm lightly erasing so the sketch will disappear and the confidence lines stick around. And that's how you live your life. You get rid of your sketchiness, keep your confidence, and you'll be happy. I think that's enough that I can see where we're going to go, and it won't stand out over the Sharpie. And so I say we welcome all the skippers that skip to this section and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but depends a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. So I'm going to go in and just... Oh, and if you want to see more Star Wars, check out that playlist right there. Or just check out the playlist in general, because I do so many things that I may have already drawn what you're looking for. So I'm just going to dive right in. I've got him kind of looking this way a little bit. His body's this way, his head's turned. So I'm going to start with his eyes and build my way out. And this time I'm drawing them all the way. Normally I don't draw the entire eye because with pupils and things like that, it'll start to bleed and you can't see it. Well, not with Embo, right? With his old crazy mask head and crazy eyes, I don't have to worry about that stuff. But I do need a stop line for his helmet. So I think I do need to draw that. So I'm gonna have that, and I was talking about this in the sketch, I'm gonna have to eyeball it like this, and it may not be perfect, but whatever happens, happens. Let's do it with the big Sharpie, and just build from there. So I'm gonna come around like this, and I'm okay if this is not straight. I'm gonna try, but I'm okay if it's not. That's all. I'm gonna stop right there because the inside, I want to, oh, you know what? Let me do this before I forget. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry. There's that one, the little dents. Not dents, right? But they're little indentions of lines. I don't know what it is. A little spacing. I probably should have left space there, but oh well. Those little gaps. Just connect them. And that's what that is, okay? Why am I explaining to you? You know, you're here because you want to draw this stuff. Okay. But, oh yeah. So now I can draw the rest of his head. Now his collar's up a little bit, so I only have to draw so much further down. So let's draw like his eyes. We're gonna do something like this. Right, like the little ring around his eye, the little flare to his look. Like that. We'll give him kind of a furrowed brow. And then we're gonna draw, was it a respirator or what is this on his face? Here's the other thing. I know nothing about this character. I already talked about this in the sketch, so I won't bore you guys with it, but I'm just giving you a heads up. Yeah, I don't know anything about this guy. I am not as familiar as everybody that's requesting it, so bear with me if I get it wrong. I am so sorry. But we're drawing it, so, you know, be happy. Celebrate what you love, right? Celebrate your passion. That's what it comes down to. Okay, so there's like his little, I guess, a respirator edge. It's on top of his what do you call it? His face. And that looks good. The back of his head is coming through like this. Can't really see the other side, so I'm going to start to thicken my lines up just a little bit, just to match the thickness of that. Now, you don't have to do this, especially if you're working with pencil. It might look a little silly, so I'm just explaining to you why I draw, how I draw. Okay, awesome, looks good to me. How's yours looking? Good, I hope. All right, so but now that I have the head connected or established, I can draw the rest of his helmet. So basically, it's going to loop back around underneath, stop, go back behind his head, pick back up, and do there. Let's go this way. I'm going to go this way because I'm more of a puller than, well, I guess I'm pulling like that too. This feels more comfortable than this. I can't turn my paper, so I'm stuck just kind of drawing like this. Getting close. Looping it back up to there. Awesome. It's got a little edge to it, so I'm going to kind of do that. Bring it back up. Not bad. Not bad if I do say so myself. I'm drawing little edges in it like that, just to kind of give it the pattern look, because he's got like all that stuff all over it, right? Like this, like oh, I guess that should have been hidden right there, huh? So let's do that. Let's kind of connect it to this. Go over. You know what I mean? It's got like this feel for pieces and parts put together for the design. All right, I like that. For not knowing anything about this guy, he's fun to draw. I like this, the details in him. That's pretty cool. All right, so his collar is popped, and so I'm going to draw that up a little higher, like this, coming around his neck, coming back this way and up, back down, and it's going to go underneath his chin, like that, back up to there, and it's under his I guess would you call this his armor, his shoulder armor, but the bandolier is across that, so I want to make sure I draw that as well. So I'm coming down to the bandolier, raise it up a little bit just to give it that look that it's on top of something, right? Now I need to draw the bandolier mostly before I draw everything else. So let's come down to the grenades. I don't know what's on his chest. We're gonna draw one right here. And the reason I'm coming down here is because I want to kind of draw them stacked. And I was afraid I was going to end up like drawing them behind. We'll do one here like this. So see, I kind of drew it behind it because as it's going up, it's starting to curve. So kind of like fingers. As it's curving, well, that pinky is now behind the back of them. So that's kind of what I was going for. It didn't quite work out, but it was planned out in case it did. That's the thing. You know, it's good to have a good plan just in case you get to do some fun stuff like that. Now, I'm following my sketch. That's also why I know where to go, where to stop, that kind of thing. But I just wanted to explain to you a little bit of those details. Now, the grenades are held in by straps. And I'm kind of following the curve, but you almost don't need to. It's so tiny that it wouldn't make a difference if you just drew a straight line all the way through all four of those. You don't have to get as specific as I did. But I'm going to do it like this, like they're also attached, like those straps are attached somehow to the bandolier, right? So that would make sense to me doing this like this. Same thing with this. It's got a buckle somehow. So we'll just give it something like that. Now, that's established. Oh, you know what? Let's also do this for his collar. Let's do like a little bit of cloth bend, you know, like that, so we know that it's material. Because now we're going to do his armor. And again, I apologize if I don't get this right. Again, I only have so many pictures. And look, this is the picture. You know what I mean? It's like I don't have a lot of details to get everything right on him. So I'm trying. It looks like there's another ring around the top of it, and then the edge. So what this little circle thing is, I have no idea. But again, I'm trying. Here's this edge. It's going to come down here like this. It looks like a crack is in it, so I'm just going to dent it in like this, and I'll draw more with the small Sharpie. I'm going to come down and then draw this circular thing. Again, I don't know what this is. I apologize, but at least I remembered it. I put it in. Then it's gonna come up, curve back around and hit over here, but it's kind of behind the belt, so we can't really see it anyway. So now we're just going to draw back over to this shoulder, like that. Okay. Awesome. Now again, there's some cracks and stuff like that, so I'm just going to do like this just to kind of accent a big huge dent in there. This, I'm going to try this detail, but I apologize if you're looking at me like that's not how you draw the Smooten Craze Pinderstoff, you know what I mean? Like the Nerf herders and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff. It's all got a name, and so I apologize if I'm not drawing it right, but I'm trying. Alright, what else? Let me see. I'm trying to find some decent pictures. Okay, that crack is kind of represented. There's two little things. Let's draw that real fast. It looks like there's two little, like, accent, like this. If nothing else, it breaks up the negative space, so I like doing that. All right, so his arm is naked. This one is kind of raised up a little bit, so we're gonna see his armpit like that. It's gonna come down to, he's got like something wrapped around it, and because of the angle that we're at, it's more curved than flat. Like this is across your hand, your arm, okay, but as it's curved more towards you, it's like this around, right? So we're seeing more of that curve because I have it foreshortened. And so that means the arm is going to be this close and coming into the, but see how it should be longer, but it's more pointed at you than down, right? And then we're gonna draw the glove. Now I've got his hand pretty much doing something like this, so we're gonna get a little crazy with the look. All right, so just kind of bear with me, and then we'll clean it up in a second. So I'm just kind of following my sketch and tracing around it, and then we're gonna come back with the detail in a second. Okay. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just kind of cleaning up a few little knuckles to kind of say, yes, this goes around here, this goes around like that, that's wrapped around. But he also is wearing gloves, so we can kind of get away with hiding some of this as well when it comes down to it. But see, basically it's doing this, and so it's a little more complex, but a little more creative. All right. I don't know what's on his sides. Oh, okay. I see. That's a vest. That's a vest. Gotcha. I'm kind of learning as I'm going as well. So, let's see, let's draw that vest. So I'm gonna come down here, do something like this, into what would be a belt. And then we're gonna connect it like this. This one you can't really see as much because of the way the bandolier is covered up. And then I'm gonna draw his side. So now, I'm gonna kind of bring that up. I've got him kind of hunched over, so you're seeing more of his side here because I've got him kind of crunched, you know. And then we're gonna draw his belt, or his layers of dress. And that's okay. It's okay to call it a dress. Don't freak out that I'm making fun of his clothes. But hey, it's a dress. These are long cloth. No big deal. I probably should have done this with color, but I like it. You know, I wanted to accent the way it is. I really like it. Again, I'm kind of finding out about this guy as I go. All right, pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and work on this arm, and this one is going to come down here. This one's going to be longer because it's extended, so we're going to see the shoulder to the bicep, to the forearm, elbow to the forearm, and it's got a, now it's got a bandolier, a forearm piece, but his gun is kind of coming over it. So let me build up to it. So let me draw some alien armpits. I mean, is he an alien? Because at this point, if you're in space, isn't everybody an alien? You know what I mean? Even you. So it's like, why in TV shows and whatnot, whenever they're out, they're like, okay, Spaceport 7. It's like, well, that's like saying Earth Bay 12, you know? It's like, we know, you're in space. You don't have to keep telling us. All right, so anyway, I'm gonna have to jump around a little bit. So this is gonna be his forearm to his wrist, and so his thumb is gonna be over everything like this and under the gun. So I have to kind of draw the gun now. So that's gonna be there. Okay, now that I've done that, I can go ahead and draw the rest of it underneath there. Because see, if I would have drawn that through, I wouldn't have been able to put it where I want right here. So There's the fingers. So that means there's the rest of the hand coming down to the trigger, but that's all we can see, so that's good. Now, I've talked about this in the sketch. I don't know much about this gun. I apologize. I'm going by what I can find online, and I can't find much. So, you're welcome for doing it, but I apologize if it's not right. But I'll try to get it close. I mean, that's the thing, is every time I always say, well, I have no idea. I mean, but I have no idea, but I'm also trying for you, though. You know, I don't throw my hands up and say, oh, well, I can't do it. I mean, I try to get close, but there's only so much I can do when I make it up, you know? All right. Looks good. Something like that. Now, again, I am 100% making this up, so feel free to do it correctly if you know how to do it correctly. So there you go. That's as good as we're going to get for now. But it's not bad, right? Okay, so he's got a belt. So I'm going to draw the main part like this. Then where it's connected, I'm going to connect it like this. Same thing over here. And bring it around. Now I can draw the first part of his skirt like this. Ooh, the Sharpie's dying. Alright, awesome. Next part, we're going to draw part over here coming down. That's kind of one of the easiest things about him, is mostly skirt down at the bottom, so there's not too much I got to worry about. I'm going to draw the underside too, but I want to draw his leg, and then we can do that. So his leg, I've just got kind of wrapped up. I talked about this in the sketch. I don't have a lot of good pictures of his leg, so I'm just kind of going by what I think it might be. And I'll show you how I do the wrapping in a second. Here, I'll do it now, then we'll do the other one. So what I like to do is I like to just kind of wrap it around like this and just kind of go over it a few. And so when I did those bumps, that's kind of the whole idea, is to make it look like it's wrapped up, right? It doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to match every single one, but that's why I draw it like that. I can get a wrapped look. And I'm going to bring it over here, and this is his backside to the dress, right? So now we'll just do the other leg. Same thing. That is one cool thing about his feet. I saw that they kind of made like this wrapped up toe thing. That was a nice touch. I like that. Like the curved over like that. Really cool. Okay, so same thing. Just kind of bring them over. They don't all have to be perfect. They don't all have to hit exactly, but sometimes I mix it up by drawing lines under itself, so make sure that's all over the place. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Embo from Star Wars. So here's how I colored it.
Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures on How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.